Hello, hello. Excuse the black screen. It should change relatively now. Oh, that's very loud in my ear. Very loud in my ear hole. So, perfect, it's on. Cool, nice, lovely, good. I've been seeing this do the rounds on my Instagram and stuff, and I was like, that sounds like my cup of tea. Sure. I thought it would be very fun to give it a little checky outy. We are just going to restart the game because there was no load option. Also, my computer's working overtime and I don't know why. Also, very close to the microphone. I have, not sure if that picked up, a matcha latte with my Nightmare Before Christmas glass doodah thingy. Cup, beaker, question mark. It was one of those ones, I don't know if it's, I'll just, yeah, just let me, yeah. Okay, cool. Rose, a new dressmaker in town. What perfect timing. I'm starting a new job as a librarian and I'd like to wear something appropriate for the workplace. My budget is 300 circles. Oh yeah. I'll do it. We are not skipping the tutorial. I am Odette. Right, the book is glowing. Every new dress begins with a design in your sketchbook. Okay. Combination of style, types of fabric and overall execution will affect how happy your client will be with the dress you make. Okie dokie. Change your plant design by clicking the arrows. Ooh, that's pretty. I quite like this one. Ooh, that one's nice. Well, let's see. I kind of like this one, but I don't know if it's too, granny. Okay, so if anyone knows me, you know I like these sleeves. If not a little bit more, wider, more balloony. Well, this is very fun. I like this. This is cute. Let's see what else we've got for the skirt. Ooh, that's quite nice. I don't know. Maybe not this one. Let's go with that one. Yeah. Let's return to the front desk. Hey, you can buy more fabric to use. You should try fabrics for workwear. Try and find ones that are tagged for workwear. Burlap and uncomfortable. They were simple workwear. Is anything else? Oh, these are workwear too. Ooh. I think I want to do this tweed one. I assume? Oh, get at least 5. Okay. Can I undo? Should I just put 3 in here then? Yeah. Nice choices. You may continue shopping and return to the front desk when ready. Okay. Is it now this one? Oh, this is so fun. Oh, wow, it's all textured. That's fun. Big drink. I'm so sorry. Drag the pattern pieces onto the fabric to begin cutting. Ooh, this is fun. I like. I was just gonna turn it for the grain. Give me a chance. The grain line. Aligning the grain horizontally will result in a higher quality garment. Oh my goodness me. Can I potentially shift? Control? No. Just gotta free willy it. Okay. Like that. Because it's already got the seam allowance in. So, when I make my patterns, I do them as net patterns. Why? I don't know, because I always tend to do a 1/2 inch seam. So I may as well just add. So a net pattern is different to this one on the screen, because my pattern would end where this dotted line would be. This already has seam allowance included, which is why there's a gap away from the dotted line. Which I may as well do, because I always do a 1/2 inch seam. But maybe I won't one of these times. I don't, you know. Now select the scissors and click on the pattern piece to cut it out. You can move and recut the piece if you are not happy. Otherwise, click and drag it. Great, now align the rest of the fabric. Okay. Yeah, we need to spin that. Put that there. Put this here. I'm not sure anything will fit down there. Ooh, how big are these cuffs? It's cool that it shows you the grain line. I suppose patterns do, don't they? Yeah, that'll do. And then let's put the skirt pieces on next. I think that will be the best. So, with wool, this one looks like it's only 45 inches wide, which is, I think, the smallest you can get. I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there are like custom, potentially smaller sizes. You can get like rolls of fabric, like bolts, because I believe it comes in. Is it 40 inches? Is it 45? Because I know you can get, I believe it's 40, 65, and then like 110 or something for the newer looms. Your issue was how like wide the loom was. So obviously you can keep going for lengths and lengths and lengths, but the issue was how wide it was, which is why patterns end up being like this. And because I make a lot of things from the Victorian, Edwardian era, I've made more for, let's put this way. I've made more from the Victorian era, just with college and uni and stuff, I believe. But actually, I might move this one down because then that can go in there. But then, am I actually saving anything? Let's see. And then we'll put that there. And then that can go in there a little bit more. Wait, and then potentially hope that this will fit in the gap. I don't know. But I do like making things from the Edwardian period, just for like my own wear, I guess. I just find them still not obviously super, like, not wearable, I guess is the wrong word, because they are. But I think I get less kind of that person's wearing a costume looks when I'm in the Edwardian. But the point of this tangent was the skirts would often have in Edwardian some, not all, some. In some Edwardian skirts, they had so much volume that you would have like part of your skirt here and then it would just cut off, so you would have to make this extra triangle as like somewhere else and then sew it together, which is really interesting because today we like to prefer, like, if we can, we like to just cut it all out of one cut, so you've not got that extra piecing. And it's just interesting that it's been like almost an historical method. Ooh, so that wants to be like that, so I don't have the space for that unless we do this. Oh, I'm a genius. Perfect. Is this just making more mess? Maybe. We'll put this back. And then, yeah, because if that cuts that like that. Oh, is it gonna cut them individually? Okay. Can I like roll the fabric out more once I've done this? Maybe. I don't know. This is so much fun. Oh, you can set multiple off. Oh, brilliant. I need some scissors like this. Alright, let's put all these away. Because I don't need all these out. I believe I've only worked with a wool and poly blend I don't believe I've worked with tweed. We will discard that, which is so annoying because that was like a little bit that I could have used. But these sleeves use the most amount of fabric. Just as like a being. It's just unfortunate because they're so beautiful. And I really like making them even bigger. Oops, I just smacked you. I'm so sorry. I like making my sleeves even bigger. I think they are just so fun. The bigger the better. If I have like spare room for them, then I'll do it. I think what I like to do is I will crawl on the floor like a little heathen. See, that's a bit annoying. I wonder if I could, because this isn't gonna like save anything, is it, if it goes like further out? Okay, but if that comes out, then that will cover that, so I don't get why it's being a bit annoying. Oh, can I actually spin that the other way? So those are the straight. And then it goes that way. And then this. We'll go like that. So why is this so far over here? That's even further. Try and get as close as possible, and then we'll just cut all these out and then put them back on here. Now you may drag your pieces back to your inventory and return to the front desk. If only it was this simple, guys. It's not. And when doing sleeves, I tend to put like 6 pins or something in one to make sure that I remember. Because they absolutely look the same. Especially when you make them really like overemphasized. It can be quite difficult to... Where are we now? On the mannequin. You may now assemble and assess the dress on the mannequin. Bodice front. Let's go. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, now we'll sew this with its neighbour. Drag the mouse left and right to rotate. Oh, that is so cool. Hang on. It's like a Singer sewing machine too. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness! That's a fun mechanic. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That is so much fun. I hope that she likes it. Cause Tiki whoops if she doesn't. Right? Like, is that not right, the back? Stick the back on. Can I just put it all on, or will I get like bonked? Can I just do these pieces? Oh, cool. This is such a fun mechanic. However, I will say, if you are gonna make a dress, don't do this. Don't, my fingers. Well, one, don't sew green with red thread. But, don't sew opposite to the way that you've just sewn. So if you're gonna go from the top to the bottom, you need to keep doing that. So you should go from the armhole. You can do it and cut it again? Okay. So if you're gonna go from the armhole down, you need to make sure you're going from the armhole down the whole way around, otherwise you might end up with different bunching. So if you have excess fabric up here, for example, like in this part of the princess seam here, because that's what these are, mine can either go up to the shoulder, depending on where your fullness is. I tend to put mine up in the shoulder. I find it doesn't bunch here as much. It's just a preference kind of thing. But if you have extra bunching there, and you sew this one coming down, you're going to push that excess down with you. Whereas if you then sew this one that has the same issue because it's the same pattern, and then you push it this way, you're going to end up with that bunching up here and it's not going to look even. So just to keep things consistent. And I would personally recommend that you always sew down, because then you just trim this at the waist or the hip or wherever the bottom of the thing is. Same with the skirt. I would recommend you always sew down. I tend to make my whole bodice, my whole skirt, then put them together. Well, I think depending on how I'm feeling on the day will depend on whether the sleeves go into the bodice before the skirt goes on, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. It's just if the sleeves are in first, it's more for you to like lug about in the machine. But then if the sleeves go in after, then you've got the whole dress to lug about. So it's entirely, you know, it's the same difference basically, but you know. But yeah, I would just recommend always going in the same direction. Just helps make things even and smooths things out. But what a swanky little glove we have. I'm also not sure why we end up speeding up. Oh, can I push it? Have I been pushing it this whole time? Oh, I'm a dingus. Oh yeah, I've been pushing it. Okay, that's fine. I'm just special. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I wouldn't recommend putting this on. Because then you can't get into this seam. But this is just a game, so I'll allow it. But, you know, just trying to be helpful if you want to learn to sew. I've been sewing for, my goodness, a hot minute. I kind of wish we had some different fabrics. I could have cut the collar out of a different... Oh, collars are an absolute nightmare. I would recommend that you just take your time. So this bit that we're doing here is just the... I don't want to do that. Stop being stinky. Is the pointy bit to make this bit here. Because you do that the right side's facing. And then you'll actually sew this piece on. I tend to do this bit by machine. And then I will whip stitch the inside by hand. I will have to show that in an actual video of me doing it. Oh my goodness, we could make dresses out of this in real life. Would that be? Is that a bit lame? I don't know, because I could draft them as well. So it would be like the whole also sleeve cuffs. If you are gonna sew a sleeve with sleeve cuffs, just quadruple check that they're both going the same way. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds obvious. However, I am dense, and the amount of times that I have just put them the wrong way is absolutely criminal. Like, beyond a joke. And I just sit and I look at myself and I'm like, you have a university degree. How are you messing this up? But, you know, swings and roundabouts. Everyone makes mistakes. It's fine. But they're like silly little mistakes. Like the measure twice, cut once kind of deal is trying to negate that kind of issue, you know? Is it taking more time in the prep? Yes. Is it going to make it quicker on the actual sewing? Yes. I think a dress like this would be relatively simple. I think I would wear this, honestly. I do think I would make the collar and the cuffs of the sleeves different, and also it would have pockets. I tend to make, I think she is Miss Banner. I can't remember what her first name is. It could be Bernadette, like the Bernadette Banner, but it's an Edwardian shock sewing manual, I think it's called, because why call it a book? It's a manual. Ew. And the pockets are just these giant squares, and then you have a waist tab. Because what I find most of the time in modern patterns, I don't buy any patterns anymore. I learned how to draft, which isn't very difficult if you have, I would say, enough space. One of the books, which you don't even need to buy. There are plenty free online. I tend to bookmark a lot of mine from the Internet Archive. And some of them, if they are, like, not out of date, because it's a book, but if they are out of, is it copyright? No. What is it? I'm not sure. Where, like, books become, like, public domain. There's a ton of super helpful sewing books. So this wouldn't work like this because we've just sewn them together in the side panel. But, you know, it's fine. If you do have bodacious... if you do have seams like this that you need to match up, I would recommend that you pin those first and then ease it in the rest of the way, because otherwise you're just, these aren't going to match. And when it's kind of like the only detail this dress has, it's going to look a bit odd if it's not right, you know? But yeah, these pockets are just giant. You can just make them as big as you want. I think they just had a book near them and just drew around it. Like, why not? So, I just make mine. I think they're getting bigger and bigger every time I make them, because I'm like, well, this pocket's going to be massive. This is fine. And then I just keep going. Setting the sleeve can be a little bit finicky. So what we're doing here, if this was an actual pattern, you would run 2 lines of gathering stitches or basting stitches, just the widest stitch your machine can do, and they are used to gather in to make, although this actually looks like a nice fitted sleeve, but either way, it's to help you ease the sleeve in. If there is any fullness, you want to kind of put it, I tend to put mine at the front, but mainly at the top, just so that gives you kind of the flounce, a bit like what my model's wearing. The extra flounce coming out at the top. And then this here looks like it's actually pleated, because it has sharp, controlled vests. Whereas on my model, the little arm I've got waving around, that is more of like a big gather. But can't put that one on. Do I know my left from my right? No. Does that make my driving instructor laugh every time I do the little left and right hand thingy? Yes, and he bullies me for it, and he goes left and not left because he's mean. I'm kidding, but yeah, no, I'm a bit special. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, this is like really on the premise, right? Congratulations, you've completed your first dress. Complete the commission. That's exactly what I had in mind. I'll definitely ask for you when I need my next dress. Ooh. Oh, hello. A cute, simple dress. Budget is 500 gold circles. Like the cat. Can we pet the cat? What's the dog doing? Hang on, just having a drink. Should I design a sewing room for the museum? I like this thing. This is quite fun. I need one of these IRL. Like, actually, I have one of these. Not quite this, but I have a machine on a treadle in storage that has been like donated, but I never had the space for it, so it's still in storage, and it has a treadle on it. It's currently being used as a shelf, I believe, but I desperately need to pet the cat, pet the cat, pet the cat. Oh, he moves! Oh, sorry. Oh, you can't see him because my big head's in the way. There's a ginger cat behind me on the poof. You can ding the bell! This is fun. Sorry, I'm now just pressing things. Right, what do we need? Nice, pretty floral. So I want something, this maybe. That's quite fun. Let's see what other bodices we've got. For the Duke? Ooh, I quite like this one. I quite like this. Cute and simple. Is that doing too much? Is it doing too much? Cute and simple. How do I know what the things are? Oh, colours for visualizing. Oh, that's fun. I like that. I don't want to do the same one we did last time. That's a bit stinky. Like that? Let me think. Or maybe something like a reverse pineapple? I don't know if I would say cute or like an organza. That would be kind of cool. I don't think we have any of that, but you know. Or is it cute? Is that cute? We'll go with this one. We'll go with this one. Cut pattern added to inventory. So we need to buy. I quite like that one. I like this one. So what do we want? 5 meters. Sweet. Oh, it needs to be of quality. Oh, maybe we could get, hang on, let's see what colours are in this. So it's got blues, it's got yellows, it's got nice light blue. Should we get some yellow or blue? Let me just check something out in the very recesses of my brain. Are we thinking? Because it's not really yellow, is it? I think blue. I think blue's a good bet. So I think we'll buy some of that too. And now I'm broke. Because I think we might do some like alternate-y thing, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. So then we go to this one, right? Yeah. Right, the waistband. Let's make the waistband in the plain colour. And then we will do the band. And hang on, can we see the design again? Yeah. So I think we should do this, these, and this. One of the tiers. And I just have to hope I get the right one. It'll say, right? Like middle tier, top tier, this, that, and the other tier. I drank my matcha too quick. Sad times. Dubai chocolate matcha latte flavoured Labubu. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my marbles. I think that's going to be the thing to do. Because then these two will be the pattern. Or do we do the whole sleeve as a plain? Let's go with the colours that we have. Like that. And then if the bodice is like the yellowy, florally, I wish we could put a pattern into this, but I guess not. And then, yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fine. Ugh, middle. So I need the plungy bits. Yeah. A plungy bit. Do we do the whole sleeves? No. We won't do the whole sleeves as a plain colour. That's a bit too much. Oh, don't make them kiss. Not kissing, not friends. So, plunge front. But anyway, since I have been making my own pockets, I have been putting more pockets in things. Because before, I just, like, didn't. Right, that's the top. So we want that. I also want to put the sleeves on. Can I? I try to when I'm doing my own patterns. I try and stick something in here. Or if these are like on the edge, I try and make like a pocket or a cuff or something. Just to kind of, right, bottom. Oh my goodness. Right, so we're gonna have to, let's see the top. Will we fit the top on? We can fit a top on. Yeah. We can fit a top on. So we're gonna cut all these out. And then do that, put the scissors back down again. Oh, I hope this looks okay. It looks a bit carpety, doesn't it? Oh no. Did we make the wait, did I make the wrong choice? Right, discard the used, and then I need to put top back on, which I don't think there's gonna be any like getting around this unless we were gonna put the little cuff things on as well. I think that's the only way that we could have kind of used this, you know, these little pieces efficiently. Discard the used, middle, and bottom. Do we have enough? Oh, just. That's a bit of a bugger then, isn't it? I suppose because it is like a full length. Doodah! You're going to use more fabric for it, with it being a tiered skirt. Obviously we're using like multiple. So just have this left now. Sky blue. So now let's do our skirt pieces first. Maybe we should have done it the other way. Like that. And then yeah, that's not gonna fit there, unfortunately. Let's see. The cuffs might though. Put those on the right grain line. On a diagonal grain? Interesting. There we go. And that can go down there. So now we can cut these out. Chuck these over here. And then discard the used. Do the same for the back. But go this way, because now we can put this as far back as humanly. Oh, is it on the wrong one? How is that the right bias? Oh, I'm gonna just electrocute somebody. Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We should get like a scrap pile. And all these nice big usable bits should be able to go in the scrap pile. Right, is that everything cut? It is. Right, discard the used because we can't do anything with that. And then onto the mannequin. Let's go. Let's put the plunge front right. Plunge front left. Plunge front right. Is it the back? It is indeed the back. It's not simple. Was that because we haven't put any of this on? Oh, I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Oh no. I don't think it's gonna be enough. No! And the right, and then the back. So, let's put this together. I've never made anything like this. I tend to make a lot of, like full coverage type things. I kind of both love and hate doing long runs of things like this. Bit of a mixed bag, you know. Right, so now the sleeve we set the exact same because they have the exact same sleeve. Maybe I could have done to have made a smaller one. You know, the cute little guy. But I didn't, so, you know. This is the wrong one, yeah. There we go. So that, and then we just go, wow. Does it look like a bit ugly? Yes. Yes, it does. I don't know if it's gonna be simple enough. No. Did we make the wrong choice? Oh, the clipping is a bit interesting. I wonder if it'll like sort itself. That is the same one you just grabbed. Okay, it is. It's managed to just be enough. So I'm just gonna like. It looks awful. Oh, let's just one together. It's okay. It's not too bad. I've never made a tiered skirt either. Either? Neither, neither? I don't know. This is quite fun. I quite like this. I'm not sure how much content that is. Because this is just like... Not a sandbox, I suppose, but... Like a trial of the game, I think. It's very fun though. Very, very fun. I'd say this bit would be quite finicky, so... I would also recommend anything that you have to gather to do like at least 2 rows of stitching on, because it is an absolute nightmare to do. But, you know. We are just gonna go down here. And go down here. And go down here. And then that should be us. Done did for this awful dress. Oh, okay. It fits the criteria. Oh god. Oh god. It looks perfect. Thank you. Good. I'm so sorry. I'm choking. Where? But enjoy your dress. Ooh, silk. Ah, fancy. Prudence, dressmaker. There is an evening ball at the Duke's. I call him Edmund. Edmund's mansion. Glamorous, elegant, but of course my budget is 1,000 little yellow coins. So, I am gonna call it here because my computer is very hot. And I'm very warm. I am very sorry for this abysmally short stream, but I think we're gonna play some of this tomorrow, potentially, or I might go to my dearly beloved House Flipper because I haven't played that all week and I dearly miss it. But she even has a dead bird on her hat. Awful. These things would sometimes be called dickies, and they would just be like a front bib of the dress. So you could like wear it with other things, and it was easy to clean and stuff. I've never made one, but interesting. But we are gonna call it that. Here's the black screen of doom. But thank you so much for watching. This has been very, very fun. I will see you again. Trying to press the camera screen. Shortly, potentially tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you, bye. Don't know why it's into a phone. You know.